All right, good afternoon, everyone. This is Nithin Ramachandra from the NR Hour Sports Show. This is episode 1036. We are live on iHeartRadio, Spotify, on all the podcast platforms. And fans, please tune in on our speaker app. You can ask questions on those apps. Today, we're joined by a really special guest. His name is Fred Davis. He's a former USC NFL tight end. What a great career he had in college and NFL. So I'm looking forward to this interview. And like I said, fans, you can ask questions on the speaker app to Fred Davis today. And first of all, Fred, thank you for doing this on short notice. And how are you and your family doing today? And happy Monday.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm doing well, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
No problem. And I see you got the Pippen jersey. So I got to ask before we get into your NFL career, I got to ask you. Obviously, yesterday we heard the news of Bill Russell passing away at the age of 88 years old.
Oh, Bill Russell died?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on that? And if you watch,
watch him
growing
he's
up,
a legend, man. A legend, a guy. I mean, he's one of the greats. It's kind of crazy to hear that happened. Sorry to hear that, and man, it's kind of crazy, but he's one of the legends, man. One of the greats. 11 championships, 12 years. So you can't take away from that.
Yeah. So when did you get? Let's start off with your football career, and when did you get interested in playing football? And who do you look up to while growing up?
Who do I look up to? To be honest with you, I never really ever looked up to anybody, man. I really I always been a person of myself, like where I believe in myself. Man, I'm trying to think what made me get into football. Just wanted to get out the hood. I mean, every kid want to get out. Every kid's dream is to play in the league or be an NBA player or NFL player. I just knew that I had talent. I didn't start playing football until I was 13 years old though. So I started late.
Oh wow. Yes. Yeah. So for you obviously you were born in Ohio, Toledo, Ohio, and what was it like just being from that home to being from there and making your family proud and obviously trying to, like you just said, getting out of the hood, but what was it like just growing up there in Ohio?
Oh man, it's man, I love my city. I love where I'm from, but at the end of the day, it's Toledo, Ohio. It's a hard-working state. It's one of them places that blue collar for sure. But that was my transformation why I went to USC because I wanted to get out of that area and be in a different on the West Coast. Yeah. And Ohio is a great place, man. I have nothing against that. I love where I'm from, but I don't go back there very much.
Yeah, so tell our fans, how did you become a tight end? Did you get to play any other positions before the tight end?
I didn't play tight end until I was in college. My freshman year, I played receiver coming out. I was ranked top 10 in the country at receiver. Had offers to go to every school. I was a Rivals top 10 player. I was a receiver when I got to USC, and then I gained a lot of muscle mass. So then they switched me over to tight end.
Yeah. So speaking of USC, actually tell our fans some of your best moments in high school as a high school football player.
Best moments, man. I mean, I played in the All-American game in San Antonio.
Yeah.
We never won any state championships, but we had a decent team. USC wise, I mean, I played with Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, Clay Matthews. List goes on. 2 national championships. Played against with Steve Smith, Lindell White, Dwayne Jarrett, bitch ass. Also, they told me that Dwayne Jarrett passed away. Did you hear that?
Who?
Oh, okay. Then I played against Tech. One of the best games I've probably ever played in was against Vince Young against Texas in 2011 when they beat us. Push. I would say those were probably the best moments. Definitely winning 2 national championships, being part of that organization with Pete Carroll, and we were one of the best teams in that early 2000s era.
Well, yeah. So we are live with former USC NFL tight end Fred Davis. we have a fan question for you. One of our fans just popped in. He's a big Washington football fan, and he wants to know what was it like getting drafted by the Washington football team?
Oh man, it was a blessing, man. I got drafted second round. I was the 42nd pick. I was the second pick here. 2008, played here for 7 years. It was awesome. It was a blessing, man. It was awesome. It's one of the, I mean, we didn't really do too much on the winning side, but
Mhm.
it was great to be in DC and the organization and just having that history, So now they're the Commanders. I'm a Deadskin.
Yeah. So yeah, so obviously you guys won 2 national championships. Obviously, your college team was basically like an NFL team. You guys were loaded those 2 times there, and take us to those moments when you won the 2 national championships. And speaking of clubbing, did you guys go to the club after?
Yeah, we went to the club before. I'm joking. No, I'm messing. No, playing against Oklahoma was the first one, and I was a part of the one where we won the Rose Bowl and shared the national championship at LSU against Michigan. I was younger in those days. I was a freshman and sophomore when we won. It was a great experience. Like I said, playing in the Orange Bowl, playing in the Rose Bowl, being Pac-10. Well, back then it was Pac-10. Being Pac-10 champions, I got like 5, 6 different rings. It was a good experience.
Wow. Yeah. So what was we have another fan question. Someone wants to know what was it like playing underneath Pete Carroll at USC?
Oh man, Pete Carroll, one of the best coaches, fun, actually one of the best, most fun coaches I've ever probably had. That's the reason why he wins so much, gets guys to believe in his system and, pretty much. But playing with Pete Carroll was definitely one of the great moments in my life. Still have a great relationship with him, so good.
Yeah. So how long did it take you to transition? Obviously, you said you started playing tight end in college, but was it an easy transition for you from being a wide receiver to tight end, or?
Nah, not really, because as a receiver you don't block as much. So I had to learn how to block and do all those things, like put your hand in the ground, stuff like that. So that took a minute, but in a year's time, I mean, shit, I can speak for itself. I mean, we get, we get Mackey Awards, best tight end awards in the country and shit like that. So it all worked out, baby. But on another note, I want to tell you something. Check this out.
Oh.
I actually played for the Redskins as a kid.
Oh wow, that's amazing. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Yeah, so take us. What was that like then? How ironic is that? You as a kid playing for the same jersey color, same name, and getting drafted by the same team, pretty much. What was that like?
Man, it's surreal. It's fake. It seems like it was something that was supposed to happen. It was destined to happen. I've been playing in burgundy and gold all my life, basically, since USC, since that school. So, yep.
Yeah, so obviously you play with Matt Leinart, and we have another fan question for you.
Matt Leinart, John David Booty, Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, so we have a fan question for you. They want to know how easy did they make your job? I mean, your life easy as a quarterback when you were teammates with them.
How to make my life easy? We were a good team. So, I mean, at that time, you had Matt Leinart, who was a Heisman Trophy winner. You had Sanchez, who was behind him, and John David Booty. They all were decent quarterbacks. But, some of them, the careers in the league weren't as great, but all first round guys.
Yeah. So when you got drafted by Washington, obviously they had a talented roster. Once you got in there, you play with Jason Campbell. We had him on our show 2 years ago. Jason Campbell, great player, great.
Yeah, Jason, my boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
played with 5 different quarterbacks. So I had Jason Campbell, Donovan McNabb, Rex Grossman, John Beck, RG3, and Kirk Cousins. But yeah, Jason was cool. I only got to spend like a couple years with Jason.
Yeah. So speaking of that, going through 5 quarterbacks, how tough was that transitioning from quarterback to quarterback?
Very hard.
Yeah.
Very hard when you don't have a consistent that's the most important position on the football field. If you don't have a quarterback that's, consistently there for years, it's very hard.
Okay, we have
Very
a
hard to get that flow or get that rhythm with somebody.
yeah, we have another fan question for you. They want to know, what was your routine heading in before heading into a big game?
My routine, I would start my day off. I would listen to gospel music because I like music, and then I would crank it up, go get something to eat, listen to my little playlist that I got, and then write a list of how many fuck niggas I'm gonna fuck up on the field.
That's funny. Yeah, so tell our fans some of your best moments actually as a Washington football team, and obviously the great talent. Obviously, you play with Santana Moss, Antoine Randall L2, and Clem Porter. So tell about like some of your best moments on that team.
Yeah, man, I played with all those guys, Randall, Santana, Pierre, all of them, man. Trent Williams, all my boy Rackpo, London Fletcher, all those guys. With my best moments with those guys, man, just being in the locker room, man, just having that camaraderie, hanging out, going out, hanging out with each other, living a good life. You know what I mean?
What did it mean to you when you were like recognized as one of the top tight ends in the NFL? Obviously, you put up great numbers in your career, and what was it like being top one of the top tight ends in the NFL in your career?
I mean, I just know personally what I think about my NFL career is that you guys never seen the best of what I could do. I just gave a bare minimum, you know what I mean? So it's cool to be in that ranking, you know what I mean? Because there was a point where I did almost get over 1,000 yards receiving. I think when I was playing, Jimmy Graham and Vernon Davis were like the top tight ends at that moment. Made like 20 million in my life. Could have made 50 if I would have done the right things, but yeah.
Do you think you can still play now?
Do I think I still can play? If you ask me, I'll probably tell you yeah. But I still work out. But I lost a lot of muscle mass. I don't think not on that. I think like personally, if I had like a package where I came in for like 2 or 3 plays, I'll fuck them up. But I'm not playing 80 plays a game with doing that concussion protocol. No, I'm good on that.
Yeah. So we have another fan question for you. What was it like? They want to know what was it like playing in front of the fan base in Washington?
Oh man, great man. At one point, we had a great fans. Like the stadium is not so good right now. Lost a lot of fans because we've been losing so much. But at my peak when I got there, it was awesome. It's a big stadium, 100,000 people. Redskins fans they always believe that we're gonna win. So it starts out good until they start booing us.
And take us back to I want to take it back to high school. And what was it like playing underneath it's Friday Night Lights? I like asking this question to athletes because I feel they always bring up the Friday Night Lights and on when they play high school football. So for you, what was your experience underneath the lights on Friday nights for high school football?
Man, like I said, I was the best player on my team and in the city. So like for me, we sucked. Our team wasn't that great though. We didn't win state championships, so it wasn't like what I mean. Like a lot of the schools that are undefeated and stuff like that. So my experience though was great. I had more fun in college though, I would say.
Yeah. So speaking of USC is a great program, and obviously in 2024 they're moving to the Big Ten with UCLA. So big things are coming for them. So for you, talk about the nightlife on USC. Obviously the parties are amazing there, I'm sure. And
nightlife, oh man, LA life, oh man, it was great. I could tell you a few stories. When I was going to school there, it was just USC. There was no NFL teams, so we would go to the club and we'd get in before the Chargers get in. We get in the club for them. So it was fun. It was a good experience. It's LA, you know what I mean? Hollywood and all that stuff. Palm Beaches and butt naked after 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love. I need to go visit LA now pretty soon. That's
you come check it out, baby.
Yeah. So we have another fan question for you. They want to know what's your favorite artist?
Favorite artist right now?
Yeah.
Me. No, I'm just talking shit. But know who I really fuck with? I like Lil Baby.
Little Baby?
I like Lil Baby and Drake.
Nice. You make your own music?
Even though Drake a light skinned nigga like my boy over here. Yeah. I like Drake though.
Do you make your own music?
Yeah, I do. I got a studio and stuff.
Nice. So obviously, how important? Let me ask you this: how important is music, especially in a player's career, because it can help them throughout their career? Sometimes music can help ease into their the journey, and so what does music mean to you as an athlete?
I mean, music is everything. It's life. Definitely. I mean, I don't know. I need music. I need it every day. I mean, it influences you, inspires you. You know, gives you that energy. Definitely for a game. You know, you got to hear that right song for a game. Yeah. Nook, if you buck.
Yo, my
friend. I gotta get out of here pretty soon, though, big dog.
Okay, so yeah, how tough is it for you leaving Washington? And obviously, when you had some time with the Patriots. So what was that experience like being with the Patriots for a little bit?
Man, it was very short lived, but it was awesome to be around one of the greatest quarterbacks ever, Tom Brady. Just to see their organization and how they win and the stuff that they do, you know why they win. So it was a good experience just to have that part of it, to be around Bill Belichick for a little bit.
Yeah. So the last, we'll take one more fan question. One of our fans want to know if you weren't playing football, or if you didn't play football, what would you be doing now? They want to know.
I'll be a gigolo, getting plenty though. I'm just jumping shit. I would start my own class. It's a class called Pilates Stretch You Out Sundays. I would start. Giving back to. I'm just fucking with you right now. You know what I do for real? Man, I mean, that's a hard question. I probably would go down a whole different career path. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's a good question though.
Yeah, so the last two things here before we let you go. Our team is part of this foundation. It's called the Hugh Jackson Foundation. He's a former NFL coach. I'm sure you know him, and now he's coaching at Grambling State University. We're trying to help him prevent human trafficking and making sure the community stays safe. So we'll send you the foundation so you can check it out.
For sure. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And the last thing here, would you like to say anything to all the nurses, doctors, and all the essential workers right now?
Shout out to all the registered nurses. I appreciate y'all and all the service that you give. I really do.
Yeah, well said. And there you have it. Former USC NFL tight end Fred Davis. Go check him out. Go check it. Where can people check out your music?
Oh man, I don't even post none of my music, but I don't do it really for my personal. Yeah.
But thanks for joining, man, and we'll send you the foundation and the clips to this interview too.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Enjoy your day and enjoy the club. There you go.
All right, all right.